VEDA, day 27. I said I was going to tell you about my books. I'm going to tell you about my books. A friend asked me before, Mark, do you love books? And I had to answer him honestly. No, I just tell him that to get them into bed. Seriously though, yes, I love books, as you have seen before. I have a bunch of books up here and downstairs. I have one big shelf. Actually, two shelves. I have two shelves full of books up here and another shelf downstairs in the entranceway, which you've seen before. So, as for what I have, well, mostly science fiction and fantasy. Not exclusively, but that makes up the bulk. Just had a quick look on what I can see just on the front layer. I see Heinlein, Master Bejeweled, some J.R.R. Tolkien, Ursula K. Le Guin, Polony, that guy who wrote, what's it called? It was made into a movie. The movie sucked. Peter F. Hamilton, Robin Hobb, Terry Goodkind, oh yeah, the Sword of Truth series. Liked the beginning, thought it got kind of weird in the middle, hated the end. I wish I hadn't read all the way through. I only read through because I was curious where it was going, and I hated where it ended up. Stephen Erickson, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman, one of the few non-fiction things I have about Long Way Down and Long Way Round, and Charlie Boorman's By Any Means. An entire shelf full of Terry Pratchett. I mean, you can't go wrong. I've got almost all of it. I think I'm missing a few things. Christopher Polony. Aragon, that's what it was called. Okay book. It got better as you went through the book. The beginning kind of felt like it was being written by a high schooler, which it was. The movie sucked. This shelf is mostly full of manga. Most of it's Kumiko's, some of it's mine. Oh, and some Dragon Ball cans, which you've seen before. All of Robert Jordan, of course. That's just the front layer. I've got stuff in the back too, and I've got stuff piled on the tops. And there's more Pratchett. I've got Tad Williams, Eddings, The Dreamers. Oh, those were terrible, actually. More stuff that I can get into. Pry our way into the back. Robin Hobb, yeah, I love Robin Hobb. It really looks like I've got the same authors here as I do downstairs. They're just split between the two. Like downstairs, I've got pretty much all of David Eddings' stuff, which I loved as a teenager in high school and even in university. You know, the Belgariad and the Malloreon were the first things I would read all the way through every summer break. I did that again last year, and I wasn't as thrilled. Still like it, but it lost some of the magic for me. Anne McCaffrey. Love Anne McCaffrey. All her dragon books. But even more than that, the Crystal Singer. I love the Crystal Singer trilogy. The dragon stuff that comes after Anne McCaffrey, like her son helped her or her son wrote all by himself, that kind of sucked, actually. It's readable, but it's not nearly as good as his mother's stuff. All the Malazan stuff. Stephen Erickson and Ian C. Esselont. Good, sometimes a little long-winded. Quite an investment in time to read those ones. Tad Williams. Love his stuff. In fact, I'm rereading the first book of Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn right now. I think it's really good. Barbara Hambly. All her stuff. Well, I don't know about all her stuff, but a lot of her stuff. I have read it in the past. I've been rereading some of it. Anything that's on my shelves, I don't really have too much negative to say. If it's on my shelves, I recommend it. Mostly. The David Eddings Dreamer series, don't touch it. Stay away from it. Ugh. Here and downstairs, I have got Robert A. Heinlein's and Isaac Asimov's, a bunch of each. There are the giants of science fiction. I absolutely adore them. A lot of people find Isaac Asimov to be kind of dry. Not me. I love him. Robert A. Heinlein, even when he got a little stranger later in life, because I think he had a brain tumor pressing on things which made him write some really weird stuff, like Cat Who Walks Through Walls, I still like it. Great Bear. Anything I've read by him, I really like. Darwin's Radio, that's the only one that's coming to mind at the moment, but I've read others and I like them. Fantastic Canadian author. Julie E. I'm gonna say this wrong. Zernetta? Zernetta? I'm just gonna go with the Z. Zernetta. Everything I've read by her is fantastic. Definitely get her stuff. Brandon Sanderson, you know, I commented on him in the previous video about books. His stuff is great, especially the Mistborn series. Love it. I mean, it's the Mistborn series that got him the gig of finishing off Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series. Patrick Rothfuss. He only has three if you count the little picture book he did, which is really freaky. Only 2 books published, absolutely wonderful. People go nuts over them for good reason. Robin Hobb, her Live Ship Trader series and the dragon books that come after that, the newer series that's being in the middle of right now, fantastic. She's got some other ones too. Can't remember what they're called. Fantastic. Some of the guy with that tattoo on his back. It was really good. Assassin something like that. C.S. Friedman. Can't remember the names of the books, but they're good. Just look him up. Of course, George R.R. Martin. I loved his stuff from way before the TV series ever came out. In fact, I only heard about the TV series after the first season was already finished. I've only ever seen 1 episode, but I can't really comment. I've only seen 1 episode. Robert Asprin, the Myth series. The early stuff, fantastic, hilarious, killed myself laughing. The later stuff, kind of a snooze. Yeah, Piers Anthony. Liked him as a teenager. Now, I don't know, I haven't read any of his stuff in a long time, but I was getting bored. I never made it all the way through Zan, with good reason. But I really liked his Incarnations of Immortality series when I was younger. Peter F. Hamilton. If you see his name on a book, buy it. Fantastic science fiction. I love it. Tanya Huff. More good stuff. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but whatever. And all things Frank Herbert. I mean, all things Dune. I buy all things Dune. I've got all the Dune books. I've got several copies of some of the earlier stuff, Dune and Dune Messiah and whatnot, because I think some people left copies at work after they moved home. No one else wanted them. I just snagged them up. I didn't care. I've already had them. I'm getting more, no problem. I don't know why. I like the stuff his son and some other guy with his son wrote too. Of course, not as good as their father, but I'm still really enjoying the stories. Oh, Lois McMaster Bujold. I think that's how you say her name. Absolutely fantastic. The Vorkosigan series. I can't, oh, why is that so hard to say? The Vorkosigan series. Fantastic. I mean, Miles Naismith Vorkosigan. Am I saying that right? I think so. Please tell me if I'm getting it wrong. Is just the freakiest little brittle-bodied dwarf that was ever the hero of a series. It's wonderful. I mean, I don't want to say too much about these books because I don't want to give away stuff. I hate spoilers. I hate giving. I'm just saying, if you like science fiction and fantasy, any of these names I have mentioned, you will enjoy their stuff. Except for where I made exceptions. I mentioned Tolkien, of course I have Tolkien's. Also, Spider Robinson, the Callahan's Cross Time Saloon, good stuff. But he also finished off a book for Heinlein when they found Heinlein's notes years later, and I was enjoying it until they got to Act 3, the end, the whole, well, like I said, I'm not gonna give a spoiler, but I hated it! And, you know, manga. That's a quick overview of my books. If you want to discuss books in more depth, you know, let me know. I'm perfectly willing to. I love reading. I love books. Oh, if you love books like I love books, you will love this website that a friend posted on Facebook. It's called bookshelfporn.com, I believe. Incredible bookshelves from all over the world. I never got to the bottom of the page. It just keeps going and going and going. I had to give up. If you want to know anything specific about anything other books, like, or if you've read some books and want to discuss them, that would be great. I won't do spoilers, but if you already know the book, I will discuss it. Also, as a little PS, I couldn't resist. I got 2 more at the grocery store today. Oh crap, they're taped. Open them with my motorcycle key. Why is my motorcycle key up in here? Because I don't have my motorcycle safety, because I don't have the money to safety it, and I haven't ridden my motorcycle in over 2 years. I want to cry. As you can see, I want my motorcycle. Here we go, let's see. First we get, I really hope it's not Usopp. First one is, what is it? Oh good, it's not Usopp. It's, oh cool. It is one of the group shots, Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro. Cool! Number 2 will be the group shot of Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro, right? Yeah, right. And number 2 is Chopper! Alright! Yes! Nothing to do with my books at all, I just wanted to do that.